We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Put it in. 319. 26. Inside. Slam. Kill. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Haywood. Yeah, Liz. Crunch.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pull it together.
To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. And an alley to run. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be. Not
just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, team 6.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. He's checking.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check it back.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Check. Hustle. Mike 51. Here we go.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
132 fighter. 10-30. Hey, orbit.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now a handoff looking right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On play action, now Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. On play action, Rodgers. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Williams. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
319. Hey, pick your game up. Oko, over here. 399.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned. We're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Bang, 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 bang. 61, matchbox lights.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Hey, 88. Hey, high 7. He's coming, double up.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Rodgers again now. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Fairly fortunate to get the extra point to go here. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Let's go. Come on. Go, go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. First throw now for the backup Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check that. Lock in. Hey, box truck.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, Alpha. Here we go. 51's the mark. 51's the mark. Bring it. 51's the mark.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Pick it up. 18. Hey, wahoo.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Trubisky now, a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed it. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cordero Patterson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 10-7. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken short. A nice little juke. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Stewart. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Now they try the right side here. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
No.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Packers' 23-yard line.
Ready? Hey, hold on. Oh, here we go. Oh, strong left, strong left, strong left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Let's get it.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Wheel. Jumping. Go. I got
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
6-6, pull it high.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Back north. Undercrunch.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Get 300.
Brings up 2nd.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. Rodgers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Senator, 319.
Watch the run.
26.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in 3rd and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a first down. How about that call on 2nd down? The big man puts them in position to make it 3rd and manageable. I wonder if he'll get a second chance at it to try and pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now Jones. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Off the play fake toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
45 to Mike. Check. 45 to Mike. All day, dog.
Look at you.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
14. Bears 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10.
Check, check. Fresno. Check. Check out route. Check. Check 30 minutes.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
You ain't doing nothing today. Jim, with it. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, watch it. Watch the twist.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Hey, ball. Tighten up. Pilot, 64, weak. Ran, done. Tight dog.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here I come. 25, check 25. Slam. Kill.
Now Stewart. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Get ready.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. We got double up.
Now a handoff looking right. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Second and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Senator, win 18.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all
Teammate.
You're all mine. Kill.
Protein spill.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and need
Thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off play action, Rodgers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So it's Packer football here at 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Williams. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
At the 50-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's put that team on the bus. 45's the mic.
Watch the run.
Slam. Check 13. Check 13.
Check rolling right.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check 37. Check 37.
Hey, 88.
That's the one.
Inside.
Check 24. Check 24.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. on the ground. This is Williams. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it with Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Williams. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the blood, watch the blood, watch the blood. Watch the blood, watch the blood, blood.
Watch twist.
Explain.
36.
Shit.
Yeah.
And he is in for the touchdown with no time remaining. And Charles, we're a 2-point conversion away from overtime.
And that won't be easy. Oh, there's no doubt that this crowd has absolutely been rocked by what they just saw. But guess what? There's still 2-point conversion to deal with. Still a little drama left.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here?
Over. 51 the mic, boy. 51.
Stay with your man.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Switch. Come on.
One last shot for Jackson, and it is caught. They got it. So a touchdown and the 2-point conversion with no time remaining, and we're off to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They go play action here on first down, and incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on third down.
And 10 yards to go.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Bang, bang, General West. Bang, bang. Over.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
26, 30.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Hey, 26. Hey, exit.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check, jump out. 26.
And again, it's Rodgers. Oh, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hell no. Watch the shit. Watch the
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And again this time to the tailback. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. This will be fielded at the 17. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome of the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.